Good morning. Is it morning? I don't know. Let's see. What time is it? Oh, it's still morning. It's 11:25 right now. Currently, while I'm making this video. But I just wanted to record really quick on something that I learned. What is you doing in here? Come here. Say hi. With your little wormy self. Come on, let's go outside. Had to put my cat Milo out. Unfortunately, he's dealing with some worms. He has what you call those? Tapeworms. And like giving him medicine, trying to deworm him, and like I love animals. I love cats, but he kind of grossing me out because, these little things be around his butt, and if he sit down on the carpet or whatever, like I've seen it come off. So he has to stay outside for a little bit until he hopefully becomes dewormed. We're trying everything we can, but he likes to be outside, and there are a lot of stray cats that come around. And I recently learned that the worms come from fleas, these ringworms. Anyways, getting ready to sew. I think I'm gonna start with an apron. I had bought this pattern for a vintage apron, vintage apron style a while ago, and I cut out the pieces and I just never sold anything. So anyways, I'm back. I had to feed my cat. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. So my poor kitty has tapeworms, and we have been giving him medicine, but at first it seemed like it was working, but now it's not. And so he's been kicked out of the house again. But just trying to nip that in the bud, because I read so many things about how to get rid of, there's so many over-the-counter dewormers for cats, and I've only tried one, and then I tried it's like it's diatomaceous earth. I know I'm butchering the word, but it's like it's a white powder that gets rid of like all kinds of bugs. So I put that in his food. I learned about this method on YouTube. This lady has several cats, and she was like, she used diatomaceous earth to help get rid of the worms. Helps get rid of the tapeworms that cats have. She just puts it in the food, in the food bag, shake it up, and then feeds it to her cats. And that's what I have been doing, on top of extra dewormer that I had already. Because he was doing fine, and then he stopped. And he's been through so much. Like, we taking him to the vet. He found out he has congenital heart failure. So my poor kitty is been through the ringer. Like last year, he was diagnosed with congenital heart failure. Actually, last December, but he's still, still kicking. He's still eating. He's losing a lot of weight though. But yeah, I've had, I'm not gonna say that, but I've had trouble with, sick animals growing up, and I know how important it is to, get the animal taken care of and kind of separated from your living quarters, because you could get sick too. And I'm not trying to have my kids be sick, so I had to move my baby outside and in nature, which is, I'm like, hey, this is good for him. But even when we did keep him inside, he would run out. As soon as someone opened the door, he would shoot out. He'd be hiding, waiting for somebody to open the door. And then you can't find him because he'd be, ran off somewhere. So it's so hard to, it was hard to keep him inside. And then we have stray cats in this neighborhood, and I'm sure they have fleas and whatnot. And so fleas can be infected with this larva for the tapeworm. So when the cats lick their fur and clean themselves, they get the infected flea, and then that's how they get the tapeworm in their lower intestines. So it's been a battle. When I'm trying to help him, I was almost like, man, I'm stuck at being a cat mom, because I should be taking him to the vet and paying hundreds of dollars, and I know that I'm sure they're gonna mention, because they mentioned last year that he needs to see a heart specialist, and I'm like, we don't have that kind of money. He's gonna be on medication forever, have to see a heart specialist, and I'm like, anytime there's a heart specialist situation, we don't have animals insurance or anything, and we paid $800 just to save his life last year when he was on his last breath. So it was during December. So yeah, but I am doing the best that I can, and I'm not gonna beat myself up no more about it. But anyways, enough about that. I'm up here doing a bit of self-care, about to sew. Sewing's like meditation. I'm not even paint today. No, I'm probably not gonna paint today. I'll probably write, and then just taking me time right now, because I need that from time to time, because I get I stress. I wake up and I worry. You know how some moms are, but it's also about what your personality is, what your makeup is, and I'm a very sensitive person. Very water, and I am learning to be able to be okay with that and love myself. And when I need time out, I need time out. When I don't feel well, I know exactly what to do, because stress and worry is the worst thing you can do when you're not feeling well. You just handle it, and the tools that I have, you have to have a toolbox. So anytime you deal with something, it's like, okay, how do you handle it? Sometimes you might need to cry. Sometimes you might need to write. Sometimes you might need to go exercise, depending on your personality and how you want to help, in a very healthy way, help yourself. So I'm drinking my kombucha because I've been not really stress eating, but just I had a lot of snacks yesterday. Well, not too many snacks, but I had snacks yesterday that had dairy butter in them, and I had just some different foods and stuff that I normally don't eat like that. In the morning, I'd rather do a smoothie as opposed to eggs, or fruit as opposed to something solid like the bacon and eggs and cheese. I can't do cheese anyway, but the heavy breakfast, I prefer not to. And so sometimes I eat that, but on top of that, having digestive issues that I have to manage, I can't just be eating any old kind of way, and on top of that, stressing. So I am in a self-care mode. Got my kombucha, got my salted pumpkin seeds, got my smoothie. I had a smoothie and some toast this morning. Really not hungry, but feel like I need to cleanse and just breathe and just create. So that's what I'm gonna do. And it's Thursday. So yeah, we're gonna relax and we're gonna sew.